Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this week, I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy through week 9 and 10. I have a notebook I'm still going to be reading off of until I actually catch up to where I am right now in my pregnancy. So, for week 9, I suddenly got very energetic. Had a burst of energy that lasted me probably about 3 to 4 days. I got all my spring cleaning done. I'm talking about organizing, moving furniture, buying new furniture, just everything that absolutely needed to get done. I ripped everything out of my cabinets, rearranged everything in my house, and I feel like there's still a little bit more I want to do, but that's basically the energy I had. When it hit. So, my food aversions were still there, and my food aversions were still there, and my appetite actually started building up, so I was able to eat just a little bit more than my previous time. My cervical mucus was pretty heavy. It was bad. And I'm pretty certain I built an egg intolerance as well. I'm not sure if I've already mentioned that in the previous video. I made hard-boiled eggs, and I just really couldn't have them at all. Like, it was pretty bad because I became gassy, bloated. My burps were tasting like eggs. I was having bad cramps. And during week 9, day 7, I had a group meeting with midwife season midwifery. And that was in Brattleboro, so that was an option I got to do, going down to Brattleboro, which is an hour. It's going to be 2 hours long, once a month, which sounds pretty cool because you can get together with a whole bunch of other moms and just do activities and stuff. So, I'm thinking about doing that. I would really like to do that. I want a midwife, but who knows? So there's not really much happening during week 9. I forgot to mention that during my group meeting, they took my blood pressure, and I guess I just run low on my blood pressure. And I'm pretty sure, if I can remember right, during that class, that blood pressure can actually run a little low during pregnancy, but mine was just a little bit more on the lower side. So my heart was still pounding, and that's it for week 9. So there's not much going on for my week 10 as well. And besides, I was getting a little horny, so I don't really see my husband. He works 6 days a week, like 12 hours most days, so I took advantage of him when he was home. And I had lots of cervical mucus. My breast really hurt. My fatigue was on and off, but I was still a little energetic, but the needing to go to sleep and take my naps was really hitting me again. I did plan my Easter announcement, and what I had planned to do was just get a little box. I found it on Pinterest. I thought it was super cute. Get a little box and an egg, some stuffing to put in, like some of the crinkle paper, a tie, and like a little tag that says "crack me" that I stuck to the top of the box. And I just tied the box together. So, but with the egg, I poked a hole in it, blew out all the yolk, and then I let it dry, and then I rolled up a piece of paper that said something like, "We are so excited to say another bunny is on the way due October 21st. And that's a pretty cute thing, I think. So for week 10, I was pretty irritable, and I still had a pounding heart. There's a few new things. We got a new couch that I've been sitting on the last couple of videos. So we got a new couch, and I think I hurt myself because my husband really wanted me to help him push it in. I don't really want to blame him for it, but I did try telling him, "Did you forget something? Hello, like, I'm pregnant." And I didn't really want to say anything in front of his grandmother because she was hanging around with our son. And because I didn't yet let her know I was pregnant. So he kind of just forced me to like push the couch around, and I got really off about that because I just felt like he didn't care about what I have been going through, you know, or have taken pregnancy seriously once again. So that's that I had to do, and we ended up having to push it in through this door right here, and had to move the other couch out. And it's a pretty big couch. It's a big old 3-seater, and I don't know. Anyways, so I dealt with that. We also had our 1-year anniversary, which is the day that we got the couch, and I ended up calling the hospital just so that way I could see if it's okay to eat frostbite cake, because it was sitting in there for a year, and they said yeah. So I let it defrost, I ate it, and it was horrible. That's basically how that went down. So that week I also had to decide between the panorama scan or the NT scan, which I think is the ultrasound. And to be frank, I chose the ultrasound, even though that the panorama is, it tests for a whole bunch more stuff other than what the ultrasound did. And I get to find out the baby's gender a week early, so I could have found that out at 10 weeks, anywhere between 10 to 12 weeks. That's when they wanted me to go get the panorama done. And the NT scan was due for 12 weeks. So that will be done January, February, March, April 11th. That's when I would have that done. So the NT scan I chose because if something was to happen to my baby, or it to go through something, I don't want to make it suffer in that life, you know, but God has given me a baby for a reason. And you know, and if my baby wasn't to make it after birth, you know, and the panorama scan can see that, you know, from whatever disease my child did have, you know, then it's more of an acceptance either way, you know, because back in the day, nobody knew all this stuff. They still had babies, you know, and I'm not all about aborting a baby, whether it has a problem or not. That's basically just shutting somebody out and discriminating them, you know, but, you know, if something was to happen. Baby! I had to go get my little one. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if something was to happen, God had plans for that to begin with. And it was because he wanted that child here, you know, or with him eventually. And it's to help make me and my husband and my family grow, you know, so you're willing to accept whatever outcome our pregnancy is going to be in the end. And the NT scan, we still have the option to find out the gender if we want at 18 weeks. And you gotta be careful. So that's basically what we might do if we decide to find out the gender. And we would be okay with that. And the NT scan, we just really wanted to see our baby. Overall, I had a lot of motion sickness. I was dizzy and lightheaded, had lots of the spells. So I did want to mention too that I feel like I've started having a UTI, and that's been going on every day. I even called the doctors for it. But it could also be a yeast infection because I'm very well prone to get those very easily. I have bloody noses in the morning. Also, during this week, my cervical mucus had started drying up a little bit. And I'm not sure if it's because of the UTI or a possible yeast infection. So I do want to say for my cravings, I've been craving deli meat sandwiches, so I would heat it up until it's piping hot and steaming on the stove or in the microwave and make my sandwiches. Another thing is popcorn with nacho sauce, nacho cheese, lemonade, strawberries and cream, basically the whipped cream that comes out of a can, pretzels and Dijon mustard, and then I just crave random sweets and salts such as apple crisp, drumsticks, which I haven't yet got to eat, maple pecan walnut ice cream, It wasn't as good as it sounded to me and how much I was craving it. Fruit, cinnamon rolls, barbecue Pringles have been huge, which I craved with my son during the first pregnancy. A1 steak sauce, I swear I could just probably drink that out of the bottle. Cucumbers with salt, celery and cream cheese, salt and vinegar chips. That's it for my week 10 video. Please join me for my week 11 video, which is up next. Thank you. Please, if you like my video, hit the subscribe button, put the bell on if you want to stay notified, hit the like button, and just thank you for watching. I hope it gave you all the information that you could want and need for symptoms for week 10. Thank you for following me on my journey again. Bye.